Hey YouTube, I'm back in the endless expanse of the Balatro void once again to bring you another floating head Balatro video, this time with 10 things I think you should do before the 1.1 update drops sometime this year. With updates come changes, so this list was made with that in mind. And as with anything, I'm going to be speculating and making some assumptions on possible changes. And also, if you scrub through the video and think the list sucks, just save us a hassle letting us know and type "I am really good at video games" in the comments. So with that, here are the top 10 things to do in Balatro before the 1.1 update drops. Number 1. Let's start with challenges. If you haven't done so already, try unlocking the Complete All Challenges achievement. There are 20 challenge decks to play in Balatro, which can be very fun. They make you think about the game in different ways than you probably would in a normal run, and really challenge your abilities as a player. See what I did there? Some can be pretty straightforward, like the omelet challenge, where you just start with 5 egg jokers and that's your only source of money for the entire run, or on Knife's Edge, which pins an eternal ceremonial dagger to the left of your joker lineup and you need to continually feed it. As you progress through the challenges, you learn to interact with the game in less conventional ways and uncover new playstyles you probably haven't thought of before. Other challenges like Golden Needle and Jokerless can be very frustrating at times depending on your skill level and could prevent you from unlocking this achievement. I don't anticipate more challenges being added, but I also don't know. If more get added, obviously the achievement will be harder to get, and right now there's only 20, so if this is something that you're interested in doing, there's no time like the present. Speaking of presents, you can give me the gift of liking this video and subscribing if you haven't already. Also, if you're on mobile, hit the hype button as it helps me out a ton and it helps these videos get pushed to a larger audience. The better these videos do, the more ability I have to make them. So if you're enjoying this type of content, hit the like, leave a comment, hype and subscribe, do all the things, and let's get back to the video. Number 2. All right. So I'm going to lump 2 things together here, and it's mostly for the sake of the video because nobody wants to see a top 11 things to do in Balatro. So the last 2 completionist achievements, C+ and C++, are going to be together. C+, or completionist plus, is winning a gold stake run with all 15 decks. To unlock gold stake on a deck, you must defeat all 7 stakes that come before it, and if you haven't played gold stake, winning on all the decks is still a pretty big challenge for a lot of players. Only 1.4% of Steam players have the achievement unlocked, but going through the higher stakes makes you experience more things than just a photo chat run would give you, and it gives you a better understanding of how and why certain things work the way they do. Out of this entire list, this would probably be the thing that I recommend the most. This will probably take a decent amount of time, but you'll be playing a lot, so you'll probably come across weird seeds, fun joker synergies, close calls, and very satisfying victories as you make your way through each deck. Now sure, you can probably say that gold stake is just playing pairs, but there's a lot of strategies that just work better on other decks, and you can only experience that by going through all of them on the highest difficulty the game has to offer. I don't think this is one that will change at all from the update, because I don't anticipate any new decks being added, but I also don't know for sure. Like challenges, this will become more difficult if more do get added. Now it's time to address the elephant in the room. We all know what that is. Completionist plus. C++ is getting gold stickers on all 150 jokers, meaning they need to be in your joker lineup when you beat Ante 8 on a gold stake run. This is the hardest challenge Balatro has to offer. Some people will never achieve this. Some people it'll take hundreds of hours. Others will beat C++ without losing a single run. Doc. For some people, it will make them question why they decided to pick up the game in the first place after spending 1,000 hours scraping and crawling their way through a barbed wire infested minefield of mind-numbing, soul-crushing, bone-obliterating runs to get the one final achievement they need to say, "Look, everybody, I got them all," with the hopes that the Balatro subreddit will finally think they're cool enough to... Or maybe that's just me. But either way, this is by no means a small feat due to the sheer amount of time that you need to dedicate to this achievement. Most of the time you'll be playing with jokers that you've already stickered, but in order to win you need to take those and maybe bring 1 or 2 jokers along for the ride to sticker at the end. You can use whatever deck you want as long as it's gold stake, so you do have the advantage of playing on your favorite deck if you want to, or you can go Anaglyph and stack up a bunch of double tags and hope for a negative skip somewhere before Ante 8 and knock out a whole bunch of them in one go. But where's the fun in that, you know? I'm joking. Do whatever gets you across the finish line. This one's no walk in the park, let me tell you. And this is also one that I feel like is going to change the most out of any other achievement because of one specific thing: the addition of new jokers. We know at least 2 new jokers are going to be added according to a joke Local Thunk said in the Balatro Discord, and we've already seen spoilers for a new banana joker. And if you haven't, surprise! With more jokers to gold sticker, that means C++ will inevitably be more difficult to complete. If it keeps the same definition of earn a gold sticker on every joker, this will become harder. So if you want to get the achievement, now's the best time to do it. There's only 150 now, and who knows how many more could be added in 1.1. Or if you're a real badass, you can wait till the update to do the C++ achievement and get the I beat C++ plus achievement when it was harder t-shirt, like the people that did before the gold stake change back at launch. I mean, I'm currently on my C++ grind right now, so if you want, you can come check it out on Twitch or YouTube every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. We have about 40 to go at the time of this recording, and I'll definitely be starting over when 1.1 drops to get C++ all over again with all the new jokers. And also, while we're on the topic of C++, might as well knock out all the rest of the achievements in the game. Or you've probably already done them. We could possibly see some new achievements in the future, so getting them all now for that platinum trophy on PlayStation might be something that you want to look into. But either way, achievement hunting will keep you pretty busy until the update drops. Number 3. Yeah, real groundbreaking take here, I know. Play the game. Way to go, Mr. Streamer. Water's wet, stove is hot, banana found in the fridge. But here's why I want to talk about it. In 1.0.1F, we saw a lot of jokers get buffs and nerfs or outright changes. I don't know if there's going to be an exhaustive balance change in the update, but based on the past patches and conversations that we've seen in the Discord, we do know some things are most likely going to change. Thunk has already talked about how Matador needs a change. And we already saw jokers change in the big balance patch after launch. Vampire used to eat non-scoring enhanced jokers. That's no longer the case. Scaling chip jokers used to start with some base chips. That's gone. 8-ball used to be blue for some reason and would give you a random planet. And square joker used to be a rectangle. But we don't talk about that, okay? You saw nothing, and I swear, if you say anything, I'll make sure all your Cavendishes break, you hear me? And we can see some other changes to other jokers, so the way that they behave now could be different than how they behave in the future. One interaction that was discussed in the Balatro Discord, and we talked about in my last video, was the minigame of Blueprint and Brainstorm and Baron and Mime. If you're unfamiliar, you can move copy effect jokers to Mime after scoring has happened, and those will re-trigger your Mime for gold cards, giving you the ability to farm large amounts of money, which sets you up really nicely basically for whatever you want in the run, because as we all know in Balatro, cash is king. That was an unintended interaction according to Thunk, and depending how the update shapes out, this could no longer be doable, meaning you'll be locked into either duplicating your scoring jokers or your Mime for the end of round effects. So this is mostly to say experience the game how it is now. Outside of mods, you can't go back and play old Vampire or start Wii with chips or an uncommon stuntman that gives you 300 chips. So appreciate the jokers that you have now, because you don't know what you got until it's gone. I miss you, uncommon stuntman. I hope you're out there somewhere. We also know blue stake is changing in some capacity as well, and wildcards are getting some kind of a buff. There's even been rumblings in the community about a blue seal nerf, which, as with anything that I'm talking about, it's purely speculation, so take it with a grain of salt. But with any of these changes, it's to make a better, longer lasting game, and I trust whatever changes Thunk makes will be for the longevity of the game, because I mean, he made the game to begin with. He obviously knows what he's doing, right? So I'm not too worried about this one as much, but just something to think about as you're going through your runs in the current state. Play the game, have fun, enjoy and appreciate it as it exists now, because runs move pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss them. Number 4. Now, while you're enjoying the game, you may have also noticed that Balatro has some little mini games sort of baked into the core mechanics of play. I'm calling these mini games because they're small things you can do in runs as self-imposed challenges or goals to meet. So you can see how big you can grow your Wii Joker. You can see how fat you can make the Lucky Cat. You can deck fix all the way down to a single card or bloat it to having over 200 cards. You can make an entire deck of stone cards or polychrome lucky cards. Try collecting every enhancement or seal in a single run. Try doing them before Anti-8 or see how far you can go into Endless. There's lots of cool videos from creators doing these type of mini games if you're looking for some ideas of what you can try. Belenos Bear did a whole series where he won using only specific hands from start to finish. Like, have you ever tried winning Anti-1 with just high card? Let alone taking it all the way to Anti-8? You can try beating Balatro without buying anything in the shops or using only things you get from skip tags. Try to win a jokerless run unseated and see how fast you can do it. You could even try going for some world records while you're at it. While the non-speedrunning world record scene isn't as active as it used to be, there's still plenty of people trying to see how fast they can go or how big they can scale a joker. I did a Wii run early in the game's release with Doc in the passenger seat, and I got, at the time, a world record size Wii joker. I've gotten Lucky Cat up to 3,000 X-Mult before. It took like 12 hours, but I did it. Some have had Lucky Cat go over 50,000x. But there's cool interactions like that you can explore if it's something that you haven't done and you're looking for something to occupy your Balatro time. And I highly recommend having some fun and growing a really big Wii Joker next chance you get. Number 5. Now, if you don't care about seeds, you can go ahead and skip this one. I know there's a lot of opinions on seeded versus unseeded runs, so if it's not for you, that's totally fine. Just keep it pushing. If you are interested in seeded runs, however, there's a lot of really fun, wacky, broken, busted, bugged, whatever you want to call it, seeds out there. And some of those you can't experience as consistently in unseeded runs unless you get really lucky to uncover them yourselves, or you're utilizing a seed searching program to find specifically what you want. But there's some absolutely wacky seeds like a Leeb that give you every single legendary in one run. Another starts you with a natural negative Perkio and Trib. There's a seed that gives you only rare jokers for about 9 antes, and another that gives you only spectral cards on Ghost deck and only planets in the shop on other decks. There's even seeds that can get you 6 or 7 Eternal Polychrome Cloud 9s if that's something that you're into. Some seeds are bugged, giving you all 10 of spades, with one of them making all of your jokers holographic up to ante 10. Another has a tarot looping bug that allows you to make infinite amounts of money with emperors, fools, and hermits, and it may take you to the heat death of the entire universe to make Naneinf money, but that seed is available for you to play now, and it may be different, or even patched when the update comes out. You could also try using your name as a seed and see how powerful it is, and post in the Balatro Discord about how your seed is the best. Maybe don't do that. And then try it again after the update comes out and see how it changes. So if seeds sound interesting to you, you should absolutely check them out before the update, because when jokers change, so do seeds, especially if a joker changes rarities. If a joker changes rarity, it alters the way it can appear in the shop, or packs, or consumables. For example, the seed that I used for my blindfold world record doesn't exist anymore because Stuntman got changed from uncommon to rare. So that uncommon Stuntman that would have been there was replaced with Seeing Double. And with more jokers being added to the shop queues, they'll definitely be different from what they were in the past, because now there's just more options available to fill those spots. So go ahead and check out some of these seeds that you see listed here. I've done videos on a handful of these on the channel, so if you want to see them in action, I'll have those linked down in the description. Number 6. I previously mentioned some bugged seeds with all 10 of spades, tarot looping, oops all rares, and the like. I don't think these are going away entirely, but they probably could change with how we know and interact with them now. But what I do think are going away are some of the unintended bugs that currently exist in the game. Some of those bugs being the bean glitch and the Chico exploit, and possibly even the tarot looping glitches like the infinite money seed. But for those of you unaware, there are 2 bugs in the current state that allow you to exploit some unintended joker and boss blind interactions to make your hand size increase to unattainable sizes outside of things like the Serpent Boss, which I'll talk about later. The Bean glitch has an interaction with the Crimson Heart where when the boss disables the Turtle Bean Joker, which then negates the extra hand size that it gives, you can exit out of the run, return back to it for a permanent increase in hand size. This was obviously not intended, and if I had to put myself in the shoes of a video game developer, when I see a game-breaking bug in my game, I'll probably want to squash it. And the Chico exploit is somewhat similar, adding some permanent hand size increases as well. Chico is a legendary joker that basically says, "What if there were no bosses, man?" So when he and additional copies of himself show up to the Manacle boss, which says -1 hand size, all the Chicos say, "Nah dog, I'm good. Actually, I'm gonna give you a +1 hand size instead." Like the Bean glitch, these were found by players, and obviously were never intended to be mechanics that the game wants you to interact with, so I could definitely see these things going away, because while they are fun, they are also game breaking. I've personally not done any of these bugs yet, but intend to do so at some point, so if you want to see what these bugs are all about, Dr. Spectred has done some great videos on both of them, so I highly recommend you go and check out those. Number 7. So on the topic of hand size, let's talk about Naneinf. Naneinf, for the uninitiated, is not a number e to the infinity power. To achieve this, you need to score roughly E308 on a blind, which causes the score box to break, making the flames disappear and showing Naneinf in the place of a numeric score. There's a handful of ways to do this, and once again, Doc has a great video on how to achieve those. And if you want to see some Naneinf speedruns, I highly recommend checking out CDubs11 and KaiCTV, because they run these on Twitch all the time, so you definitely should go check those out ASAP. Now for Naneinf with legendaries, the most common strategy is Ghost or Plasma deck and an early Perkio, some blueprints, Brainstorms, Baron, Mime, a Cryptid, and a Red Seal Steel King. You duplicate the Cryptid with copy jokers on Perkio till you have around 40 or 60 depending on your deck and joker setup, and then just fire all the Cryptids on a Red Seal Steel King until you have as many as you see here. I don't know the math off the top of my head, so don't quote me on that, but you get the general idea. And like I said, go watch Doc's videos for some more in-depth detail. I have done this a few times myself, and seeing the score break and hit Naneinf is very fun and satisfying. So much so I started speedrunning the legendary list category unseeded, which is a bit different than with legendaries, because it requires a very specific setup, but similar to what was mentioned with legendaries. The only difference is you can't have legendaries, obviously. Baron, Mime, a handful of blueprints and brainstorms, DNA, Burglar, 45, Red Seal, Steel Kings, a lot of money, the retcon voucher, and a very specific boss, the Serpent. And this is where things could get weird. The Serpent could be getting a change. It's the only boss outside of the Amber Acorn that doesn't feel like a challenge. The Serpent says after player discard, always draw 3 cards. So you can only draw 3 cards whether you play 1 card or discard 5. With the setup I mentioned before, you can hit Naneinf by re-rolling to the Serpent boss post ante 24, duping your burglar multiple times, playing 1 card, drawing 3, repeat as necessary till you have 45 red seal still kings in your hand. Now if the Serpent changes to not allow you to play 1 card and get 3 back, it may be more difficult or even impossible to get Naneinf without legendaries after the update. However, there's probably going to be some Balatro mathematician out there that will find some way to do that, because they always do. So if the Serpent changes, so does our current route to achieve Naneinf in this way. So if you want to hit your unseeded legendary list Naneinf, maybe start cooking on that. Number 8. In the same vein as Naneinf as it relates to the Serpent, Ante-39 runs could change as well. Re-rolling for the Serpent while running Baron and Mime and Observatory is one of the key ways to hit Ante-39 in the current state. So everything I mentioned about a possible change to the Serpent affecting legendary list Naneinf applies to Ante-39 runs as well. I've hit Ante-39 1 time, and once you've done it once, you've kind of seen all there is to see of that run. So find a seed and run it for yourself if you'd like to see what the end of Balatro is, so to speak. But I will say, after around Ante-24 or so, the run gets very repetitive and somewhat boring, and the run in general just takes a long time to do, which is why I've only done it once. So legendary list Naneinf and Ante-39 runs might change. Well, I think they're fun things you can do. The game is balanced around Ante-8, and that's where the heart and fun of this game truly shines. Endless runs are fun to see the number go up, but there's only a handful of setups that really allow deep runs in the game anyways, and I don't anticipate Thunk making a series of endless jokers to expand upon those current playstyles. Number 9. In the words of Ogilvy Maurice the Hedgehog, you gotta go fast. Well, I guess you don't have to, but if you do, the world of Balatro speedrunning has a lot of opportunities to go as fast as you possibly can. You can see how fast you can beat a single random seed, 3 decks, 7 decks, all stakes, all stickers, Naneinf, legendary list Naneinf, and more. Personally, I enjoy the unseeded legendary list Naneinf myself, and I have a lot of odds on the channel showcasing those runs if you want to go check those out. But there's something different and exciting about speedrunning that I didn't really understand until I started doing it myself. You don't have to go for world records. You can beat your personal best or challenge your friends to see who can have the best PB. You can stream it in a Discord or on Twitch and make content out of it. And as a result, it can introduce you to a lot of cool people. I know speedrunning is not for everybody, and that's okay, but if you're looking for something to do while also wanting to join a pretty dope community of people that speedrun Balatro on Twitch, I highly encourage you to check it out because it's a ton of fun. Number 10. And last, but certainly not least, a topic that I'm extremely familiar with, mods. There are dozens upon dozens of mods at this point, if not hundreds, and more keep getting added every single day. Now, while mods are only available to PC players, you have an endless supply of vanilla plus, completely broken, post, memes, quality of life mods, whatever you can think of, you can enjoy if you've done all the things that I mentioned above and still want some new experiences with the game. While the vanilla gameplay loop of Balatro is already extremely deep, I mean, we've been talking about these for the past, 15, 20 minutes, however long this video is. Mods open up the I wish I could Pandora's box of thought that allows you to literally play Mario in Balatro if you want to. You can play mods that make the numbers go infinity times higher than traditional Naneinf, or make a banana printer with mods like Cryptid. You can play mods based on Pokemon, Terraria, Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play mods centered around other YouTubers if you want, like Yahya Mice or Raffle. You can play mods where you can play Plinko and even make babies with jokers if that's what you want to do in mods like Hot Pot. There's even an alternate reality mod called Ortalab that takes everything you know about Balatro and flips it on its head. It has lore associated with it. There's literally infinite possibilities with mods. And while they're definitely not Balatro, they take the core of what makes Balatro great and uses it as a canvas for the modders and artists to let their imaginations run wild. Heck, I even made a mod where everything is a 1 in 2 chance because people kept saying the Balatro is luck and RNG based, so I made that and it's the hardest mod ever made. I don't think the update will affect mods at all. Thunk is very much chill with mods and has talked about in the past of making them somewhat more accessible for PC players, but I'm not really sure what that would look like or how it would be implemented. But that's to say, I don't think mods are going away anytime soon. So definitely recommend you check out mods if they're accessible to you. I've played a ton of mods on the channel and we do a series every Wednesday where I spin the wheel of mods and we explore mods that we've never played before and have a blast doing so. So come hang out with us on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to see what Balatro mods have to offer. So with that being said, those are the top 10 things I think you should do in Balatro before the 1.1 update comes out. And once again, like I mentioned in the beginning, I don't know if and when these changes are going to happen, so don't take them as fact, take them with a grain of salt. This is just a fun video to give you some things to do or consider while Thunk cooks on the update. But let me know what you think in the comments. Give the video a like. If you're on mobile, hit the hype button. It helps me out a ton. Let me know if there's anything that I missed or that you like to do in the game. And as always, I hope you enjoy the video. and I'll see you in the next one.